All right, so it is Tuesday night, and I appreciate you guys being on here. Couple things that I want to go over just on our team level. As everybody knows, that the 11-day shred just started yesterday, so make sure that you're promoting that out. It's not too late to start, all that kind of stuff. The 28-day shred though closes tonight, and I will be honest with you, I have not gotten a lot of. I haven't gotten nearly the number of returns that we had that entered. So we got a lot of people that entered that have not submitted anything. So I'm going to have to decide if we're going to do, oh, I got to decide what we're going to do here as far as letting it extend it at all or not. I just don't know. I mean, usually I don't extend it. I just say, look, it's closed, it's closed. But if you know someone personally that entered the 11-day challenge or the 28-day shred and did not submit their results, or actually I would say it this way, if you know someone who entered the 28-day challenge, I would send them a message, hey, make sure you've submitted. Because even if they didn't do well, they might be surprised at where they end up, because in years past, especially for the men, so especially if you know any men, because I am not sure that we've gotten any men that have submitted their results. Maybe.
Oh, we should.
I'm not sure. Okay. So make sure that your people know that they need to submit their result, and they've got to do it today. So they got till midnight Eastern Standard Time to get that in. And since it's earlier now on the East Coast, you guys have got an extra little bit of time to make sure that you contact your people. All right. Next is on that same topic as far as contacting people, the Penny app. Those of you who are doing it, congratulations. Those who aren't doing it, you really need to. I think I signed up 2 people last week just from using the Penny app, just reconnecting, and they were both reconnects. So I would encourage you guys to be using the Penny app, because it does bring up some names that you're like, oh, I should just send them a message. And I really try to do the Penny app without any attachment to the answer, right? I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I sent out 12 text messages. These weren't like messenger groups. These were text messages, and I got no responses, 0. Okay. So, but I'm okay with that because I'm not attached to the answer. If they don't respond, then they don't respond, whatever, right? They're just not in it. But at least I have sent those out, and that's the key, is to make sure that you're sending those messages out through the Penny app, because I wouldn't have sent them a message at all, but I sent it to them because they were on the list. So I would encourage you guys to make sure that you're sending those out. The new products. Let me go back to the Penny app. On the Penny app, my comment to them, because these were people that had been with Isagenix before but aren't currently, and I sent to them that there was no longer a membership fee. I put that in my text, and I put that we have an 11-day shred that starts the first Monday of every month. Those are the 2 things that I said, and then my final comment on there was, I know you experience Isagenix, but if you know someone else who's interested, I would love the referral. So I didn't ask them directly to join back in. I asked them for a referral. So that was how I sent that message out. All right. New products. The Mocha Shake has had a great review. For those of you who have tried it, I think you'll all agree it is very good. It's very coffee. And then the Banana Shake. And somebody said they were going to mix the banana and the mocha together, but I hadn't heard how that turned out yet. So if anybody's done that, let me know. I would tell you that it's not sold out yet. So that's another thing that you can include in your, message, is that shake is available. Okay. So, because again, that's just something that, limited time, you can actually say that it's limited time, may not be around forever, that sort of thing. So it may start some. On your, everybody needs to know how to share your catalog. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to share your catalog in your back office. Let's see here. So you need to go to resources right here. You need to go to manage your website right here, manage your website. So this is your back office, resources, manage my website. And then it's going to give you these options. But if you scroll down here, your personal holiday guide. So you just highlight that and copy it. Okay. So highlight that and copy it, and you can send that all over the place. Now, the benefit of doing it this way is that if they're in here and they're looking around and they decide to order something, you get the credit for it. Whether they do the buy now, sign up and save, doesn't matter, because you can see up here in the top, it says buy now or sign up and save. Depending on what they decide to do, you're going to earn the credit for it. Whereas if you just send them to ISA product or something like that, they could end up, you know, under somebody's team that you have no idea who it is. So please, please, please utilize your manager website, your team website, and do this. You can, and if you want to send them the little quiz, because I send this out a lot. In fact, I never send this one out at all anymore. I never send anybody just to my Isagenix site. I send them the Isagenix /guide. That's the one I send out now. And I would encourage all of you to do the same. Okay.
Hey, Brian, April's trying to get in.
She should have got here on time. Oh, well, I'll let Leslie in, but I'll wait to add April. All right.
April's driving.
Yeah, probably. All right. So use your Isagenix website. Okay. Use your Isagenix website and use the one that says guide. Because if you send them the one that's your username .isagenix.com /guide, that guide will give them a quiz to take. Okay. It gives them a little quiz and it gives them a direction as to what they should choose. If you've never taken it, maybe you should take it so that your people know what they're looking at, or so that you know what your people are seeing when they take that quiz. Okay. Because it will just drill them down to, you know, one of the 3 30-day packs, actually, or maybe just the everyday health pack, I think. So it's a great quiz to send. At least it starts conversation. Okay. On the training side, I'm gonna put this out in a more formal way on the team pages. But I would encourage all of you, if you join this Tuesday call, if you're on this Tuesday call, please get involved in those Thursday calls that start this week with David Wood. Okay. And the reason, and here's why I'm going to tell you this. He is going to have a lot of good energy. He's got a lot of good ideas, and he's going to encourage you to connect. And that is what this business is about. And I was reading a deal today. Actually, it's a podcast, and it talked about just this example. And I'm not gonna do it perfectly, but I'm gonna tell you guys what it said. If I meet up with Gail, right, and I send Gail a message after I meet with her, and the message is, Gail, it was really nice to meet with you today. I really, appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. And, the nutrition's always here, but something about your family, right? But your story about your tree, the leaves falling off your tree was a great story. Thank you for sharing it with me. Okay. I send her that message, right? Think about how that feels, Gail, compared to, Gail, thanks for meeting with me today. Appreciate you talking with me about the nutrition. If you or someone you know is interested, I'd love to talk with them. How is Gail going to receive those two messages? I would guess that Gail would receive the story about, hey, the tree falling was a great story. Thanks for sharing your time with me, better than me asking her for a referral or business. But here's the difference. If she has someone who's interested in nutrition, or if she's interested in nutrition, she's going to reach out to me. I don't need to ask her for that referral. Okay. If I've got a valid connection with her, I don't need to ask her for the referral. She's gonna contact me. She's gonna refer. hey, Michelle, I met with somebody that, they were talking about, nutrition, and you were talking about nutrition. You should contact him. He's a nice guy. Right? Because now I've connected with her on a different level than just asking for business referral. So think about that when you're sending these messages, when you're sending, and I'm guilty of it, you guys. I'm guilty of it. And that's why I listen to the podcast. You're better off, and just going back to the Penny app, you're better off going to their page, their Facebook page or their social media page, finding something that they've talked about recently and engaging on that topic than you are simply saying, contact me if you know someone who's interested in nutrition. The ability to connect is higher if you talk to them about something that they've got an interest in. Okay. So just a suggestion on how to use your Penny app, how to connect. And that's an example of some of the stuff that I'm sure David Wood will talk about, is how to get those conversations started and get them going. And again, I can't, Carla sent me a message about, reaching out to some for consultants and stuff like that, and kind of like the people that respond back versus the people that don't. And we do it a lot as well. You're never going to say the right thing to the wrong person, and you're never going to say the wrong thing to the right person. And you're going to message people to say, hey, look, would you like to start? Would you like to get back involved? Would you like to enroll somebody? Would you like to get started? It's something along those lines. And if they don't respond, they're just not ready. And they may never be ready. That's the honest truth. They just may never be ready. And that's okay, because you can't fix that. You really can't. You can't fix somebody who's just not going to be ready. All right. But continue to reach out, continue to connect with people. Okay? That's the point of that conversation. The 3-person groups and the challenges. Please continue to reach out to and encourage your teams to get in these 3-person groups. You're going to have people say, oh, can I do 4? Tell them no. Tell them no. Say, look, it's 3 people. Because what is 4? 4 is just another, it's like, I could tell you 5. And then somebody'd say, well, can I do a 3-person group? Give them a structure to find, and they will find that structure, or they won't. But if you say it's 4, then, oh, well, we're going to bring this stray dog in to let them play in the party, instead of coaching them to show them how that stray person, I said stray dog, probably shouldn't have worded that, but you want to use that stray person that's out there and show that stray person how to bring 2 more people. Or take one of the people that's in your 3-person group and set them up with them and say, look, we both have 2-people group. We need to find 1 more each. Right? Encourage the growth of your team. And this is something that I've had multiple conversations with multiple people about. There are so many people that are just resistant to the idea of helping their team. When anyone places an order under their own account for someone else, you are taking that person's opportunity away from them. If I place an order for Gail, because Gail's my neighbor and Gail knows I've got free shipping, and Gail's like, oh, can I come over and place an order with you? If I do that, I'm taking away Gail's opportunity for several things. 1, she can't be in the Ice Body Challenge, okay? Because I'm taking her points. Good for me, bad for her. If Gail's under Michelle, now I'm taking points away from Michelle and everybody else that's in between me and Gail, right? Because if I'd have Gail place it under her own account, then she would get there, right? All those people would get those points. The other thing is that you're not helping them save up the points for the purpose of potentially cycling. And this is something that I use this technique all the time. If you go through your tree and you see somebody with holding volume, then you can have a conversation with them about what that holding volume means. If they don't have any, you can't have that conversation. Everything is hypothetical. Well, if you were doing this or if you were doing that, okay? You can also have the conversation of getting the Ice and Body Challenge and you'll get free shipping too, right? I mean, honestly, if I had somebody that was that worried about the shipping difference, I might say, look, here's the deal. Keep your shipping tabs, tabulate your shipping for the next 6 months. You've got to be in the Ice Body Challenge today, okay, for the next 4 months. Tabulate your shipping right now, starting right now. Tabulate it, okay? On your 4th month, if you buy the ISA delivery, I'll reimburse you your 4 months worth of shipping, okay? Now what have you done? You've incentivized them. What if they leave after 3 months? Okay, you didn't spend any money. But if they stay, now you've got someone who stayed and you've got this agreement with them. And chances are, who knows, maybe they'll just sit there and they'll go, you know what, that's okay. It's not that big a deal. Because now they love the nutrition, right? They found that they enjoy it. They found that they want it, okay? These are just some ideas that you can use to try to help people hit their goals without you taking the benefit of their order and stripping that benefit from everybody above them as well. So that's kind of my big one on, you know, and I see so many people doing it, and it's really rough. And the way that I see it is I go to people's Ice Body Challenge. I go to the Ice Body Challenge. It gives me all the people in Ice Body Challenge in the downline of me. And I can see people that have ordered thousands of BV in like, you know, during a 4-month challenge, right? Very few people are ordering, you know, 2,000 BV worth of isogenics during one Ice Body Challenge. But I see it. I see 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 BV all the time. And I know what's going on there. I just know that's what's happening. And they're robbing themselves of the opportunity of the money. And I'm not talking about doing the business, you guys. I'm just simply talking about just becoming a consultant and getting some cash back. Because if they get cash back, they're going to stay longer. Okay, cash back, Ice Body Challenge, 2 biggest ways to maintain retention. Right. All right. Towards the wrap up of this. Well, first let me ask you guys a question. Who on here is going to do who's going to commit to the David Woods training? Who's willing to commit to the David Woods training? Every Thursday. Okay. You guys, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It will be worth it to you if you will commit to that training. I promise you. You'll learn stuff. You'll be glad you did it. And the more people that you guys can get on your little teams, create your watch parties. Do whatever it is you need to do to create a watch party to engage people into watching it at that time. Because here's what's going to happen. Some of you are going to say this. Don't say this to me. I don't want to see it. Don't say that you're going to watch the rerun. Don't. Just don't tell me. If you watch it, fantastic. Just don't tell me you're going to do it. Because I just know that most people won't do it. Or when you watch a rerun, what that really means is I'm going to listen to the rerun while I'm doing something else. That's what that really means. Because you're not prioritizing it. And it's something definitely worth prioritizing. Okay. Leader in action. I'm going to do the leader in action because I want you guys to see it again so you know what's up with it. And then I'm going to have Carlo, can you think in your head before I go off of this? I want you to talk about the different team calls that we're going to start that I was supposed to start this week and I didn't. My fault. Person's going to tell me something else. Oh, no. Okay. All right. So your leader in action. For those of you who don't know, that looks bad. For those of you who aren't aware of the leader in action, it's a form. You can go into your resources and you can pull it up, and it has 4 categories. Okay. First one is people you enroll. Enroll. There we go. Those are people that you personally enroll. Okay. it's called one PET, but it's people that you personally enroll. And depending on the number of weeks in the month, there's a line for each week of the month, okay? So currently for this month, November 1st ended the first week, November 8th ends the second, November 15th ends the third, and November 22nd ends the fourth. This is a 4-week month. These are your ending dates for the month of November, okay? Week ending, okay? That means that's a Sunday. So what you want to do first is you want to put down how many people did you enroll this week, the week that ended the first. How many people did you enroll? So I'll give you ours right now. We got 3 enrollments the first week. How many 2 PET enrollment points did you get? Did anybody that you've enrolled enroll anyone? April, Jessica, Kelly, get to work. This is the people that you've personally enrolled. Are they enrolling people? Okay. Have you personally, this is 2 PET. Okay. Have you enrolled anyone personally who rank advanced? Okay. Did you enroll anyone personally that rank advanced to consultant, to manager, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, whatever? Okay. These are again something that you need to know what that means. And the final one, this is rank advance. And the final one is weeks active at your rank of manager or above. So for every week that you stay active, you get points. Okay. If you stay active at manager, you get 1 point. If you stay active at director, you get 3 points. If you stay active at executive, no, I'm sorry, this is 2 points. If you stay active at executive, you get 4 points. Okay. So we had a total of 7 points for the week. Okay. Because I got 4 points at staying active at executive and 3 enrollments. Okay. This is something that you guys have to track and you need to know on a week-by-week basis. Why do you need to know? You're not in the competition for anything, whatever, it doesn't matter. The reason you need to know is because if you want to be able to tell someone how to earn money and be successful at this business, this is the way. If somebody says, Brent, how do I make money in Isagenix? Follow this, fill out this form. Brent, how am I going to make 6 figures? Fill out this form. Brent, I just want to make $500 a month. Fill out this form. And if they don't fill out the form, they're not ready. Okay? Because they don't fill out the form, it's like saying, I'm going to drive. It'd be like me saying, asking Gail where she lives. And Gail says, this is where I live. Right? And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to drive there. But I'm not going to Google map it. I'm not going to look at any map at all how to get there. I'm just going to kind of head in the general direction of Michigan. And I might hit Michigan, but chance of me finding her house is almost non-existent, right? Even if she's standing on the top of her house waving a flag.
Just look for the tree.
Yeah, just look for the tree, right? Yeah, exactly. But seriously, guys, that's how silly this would be, right? If you're saying, Brent, I want to really earn income in Isagenix, just look for the dollar sign. That's about the same as Gail saying, just look for the tree. You really, really, really need to know this roadmap, because this is your roadmap. Because if you will fill this out, and you'll be successful at filling this out and getting something in each category at least once a month. And I don't care, I'm just talking about something in each little category down here, right? At the end of each month, because you add these up at the end of each month and get your totals. So if you will just focus on getting something in each of those categories every month, then your business is going to be moving in the correct direction. And you're going to be moving towards the tree versus just randomly headed toward the north. Okay. All right. Any questions on it? And I'm not trying to belittle anybody on here. I promise you. I'm just saying, please pay attention to this, you guys, because I just see so many people kind of floundering, looking for floundering. Yes, I think it's floundering, looking for how can I be successful, but yet they won't take the time to understand how to fill out this form. Okay. Any questions at all? Somebody ask me a question. All right. Carla, will you go over the plan, at least if you have it, for the calls?
The Monday Maximize Your Isogenics Experience call?
Yeah.
Okay. Monday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yes, Gail, you need points in every column. 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a 30-minute call for people that are brand new or Michelle Gilbert. So what you do is you just jump on. If you want to, let me start over. When people get started with Isogenics, they could use a little instruction about how to maximize their customer experience. So with Michelle's help, we talked about IsoBody Challenge, buying 6 or more of something. We talked a little bit about consultant. We talked about the Facebook groups, just kind of all the things so that they're not overwhelmed. What?
IsoLife app.
Yep. Use it. How easy the IsoLife app is. Getting in the IsoBody Challenge the day that you place your initial order. So even though the girl that showed up on the call had already been in for a little while, it was still good training for her for when she enrolls people. So I would jump, the call's going to be the same every week, but I would jump on once if you can, because maybe you could jot these things down, or so that you know what the call's about. And honestly, when you sign somebody up, you just got to send them that graphic and say, okay, you get your products. Let me know when you get your products. And then I want you to get on this Zoom call. And it's at 12:30 because hopefully if you work outside of the home, you can jump on during lunch. It'll be done by lunchtime. But if somebody messages me and says, Carla, I need you to record it, I'm going to watch it tonight, then I will record it. But if I will not record it every time. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Carla.
You're welcome.
So remember I told you guys, I sent out 12 messages, nobody responded. I just got one that responded. He said, thanks, but I'm not interested. Hope you're doing well. Okay. It's okay. Right? Doesn't matter. And I'm going to respond back to him, say, thank you very much, blah, blah, blah. Hope you're doing well as well. Thanks for responding. That's it. Right? And I'll leave it at that. And that's just the repetition. And I'm going to close it with this, you guys. This business is monotonous repetition of the same thing over and over and over and over again. And the reason that most people eventually, and I can say this, most people eventually leave any network marketing business isn't because they don't see the opportunity. It's because they get bored with doing the same thing over and over and over again. They get bored with meeting somebody, saying hello, going over the you plus two, them plus two, going over the leader in action, or just answering the same question. What's a macro? Can I tell you how many times I've said, answer that question? What's a macro? Like I could tattoo it on my forehead, right? It's just answering that same thing over and over and over again. What's a shake? How do I do a shake day? How do I sign up for IsoLife? I spend an hour and a half on a call helping a lady get the app on her phone. Okay? Hour and a half to get the app on her phone. And I'm not sure it happened. Still not 100% convinced that it happened. But that's okay, right? It's okay. It's what we do because we're trying to help somebody, right? You're really trying to help them be able to be okay with that. But I have people all the time. Brent, can you help me with my macros? Yeah, could you watch the video first? Well, I really don't have time to watch the video. Can you just tell me? Right? It's that same process of going over that over and over and over and over again and just being okay with it because it's what you do. How many of you in your regular jobs, your regular JOBs, whether you've got one now or you had one in the past that you can think of, that went to work every day and it was the same thing over and over and over again, and you got paid a certain amount of money to do it, and didn't matter how well you did it or how poorly you did it, you got the same amount of money. Okay? The difference here is do it over and over and over again and get really good at it, you make a whole lot more money. Because there's a lot of people that go to work, and I just think about Boeing because I grew up in Wichita, that went to work at the Boeing plant, and they put the same bolt in the same hole 10 hours a day. And it didn't matter if they were most amazing bolt hole filler or they sucked at it, they got paid the same amount of money. And it didn't matter if they did it for 20 years, they got paid the same amount of money. So think about the opportunity that exists here of really learning how to be really good at being bored with the same answers over and over and over again, because they are. It's I enjoy it sometimes, not always, but sometimes. Somebody asks me a question, cool, I can answer a question. But a lot of times it's just providing the same basic information over and over and over again, and not getting bored with that and sitting there going, oh, I think I'm going to go, since Jessica's on here, I'm going to go do send out cards now, because that sounds different. Jessica does send out cards, by the way. She does a really great job. But I don't switch to that other company because it's going to eventually be the same thing, right? If you want to be successful at it, you've got to get good at the monotony. And that's what I want to tell you guys with, right? Is just become really, really good at the monotony of this business, because that's where the success comes in, you guys. That's where the team building comes in. That's where all that comes in is that monotony, right? All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Unless anybody has anything amazing questions to ask, anything at all like that, I'd love to be able to share any topics, or somebody else on here that may have an answer.
You've answered this.
Hey, I don't know if you've answered this or not real quick, but Jason does have a quick question. Honey?
Oh, do I need to hit the mute button?
No. It's just a simple question.
It's serious.
I'm not sure
okay.
if you've answered this before or not, but what's a macro?
See what I mean?
He's going to shut me off.
I'll tag you in the
That
video.
was his idea.
Yeah, I'll tag you. Michelle will tag you in the video. I have somebody here that will tag you in the video. You know what?
No, don't.
Here's the thing. If everybody in here that's a friend with Jason Hurd would tag Jason in the video over the course of the next, 3 or 4 days, just continue to tag him in the video, because he may not see it. And if you guys would just tag him in the video over and over and over again, that would be amazing. And I'm sure he eventually would see it. Yeah.
You're only friends with like 3 people on here.
And
You're
send
fine.
him the video as well. You can send it to him by text, by email, whatever. And I'll put his phone number in the chat box if anybody wants to.
Perfect. Hey, can I jump in for 1 second?
Yes.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out to the Sip and Sample, and I appreciate everyone's support and inviting and helping me get it off the ground for the first time. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it was great. And we had 3 new people showed up. So hopefully we'll get something that'll turn from that. But yeah, it was good stuff. Thanks. And Martha's got to get another one set up before too long. Martha and Jessica, you guys should set one up together.
Hey Brent, when's the last time we went around and asked for like a win that somebody's had?
Oh, that's a good way to finish tonight. Yeah, let's do that. Because everybody saw it posted. So if you've got your camera on right now, I'm going to ask you for a win. So April, you brought it up. You go first. That gives everybody else a chance to think about it.
I know, dang. Well, let's see. I had somebody contact me, just a random person that we had mutual friends, but that she didn't know about Isagenix from them. So she just saw a post and reached out to me. So we went over stuff. She hasn't made a decision yet, but just goes to show never stop posting.
That's a good one. Gail Fromm.
I think for me, it's trying to stick to the plan itself for the last 28 days, because it's always a challenge to do that this time of year.
How'd you
Not
do
to say I
during the
didn't
28
have
days?
some Halloween candy along the way, but you know,
How did you do? You don't have to like give results or anything, but how would you rate your performance over the last 28 days?
pretty much just stayed maintained.
Okay. Not bad
yeah.
through the holidays.
Yeah.
Cool. Terry, you're on mute.
Hi. I made some videos and the lady's seen them and got a hold of me through my daughter and I signed her up. So I think that would be a win.
That's absolutely a win. That's
And
fantastic.
she created a consultant.
Hell yeah.
I did. Yes,
I
I
mean,
did.
that's kind of a big deal.
That's a huge deal. Did you see my zero in my category? I had no consultants I created. So you're killing it. That's awesome. Michelle Gilbert.
I'm able to be more active now that my knee's getting better, and I biked 10 miles yesterday.
I saw your Instagram story. Good job. Nice work.
About a month ago, I couldn't even bike half a mile, so
That's fantastic. I'm glad you're getting better.
thank you.
Leslie.
Hi. Mine is more, it's not really a personal win, but I've been working at the gym that I've been working out at for a couple years, and I just by talking about what I'm doing, like talking about the challenge I'm in, I signed up 3 people this week from my gym.
Awesome.
So,
That's fantastic.
and I didn't even, I was just talking about it. I didn't feel like I was trying. I was just excited about it. So
That's awesome.
Cool.
Remember that verbiage that you're using, because that's powerful verbiage, obviously. So cool. Jessica.
So my personal win was getting my mom back in action with Isogenics. And the friend that I signed up has pretty much hit her goal. So she wanted to lose 15 pounds. So over the past month, she was able to do that. So she's pretty excited. Now I'm just going to get her talking to other people.
Right.
That's
No,
great.
that's fantastic. Great. Congratulations to her too. You might congratulate her in Great Nutrition and see if
She's not on Facebook.
Oh, that's right. I think I remember you telling me about that. You should send her a send out card. Tell her how well she did.
On it.
Martha.
I think, well, I mean, other than the sip and sample, my friend Rachel, her one son is diabetic, and she's definitely been looking at a lot of the stuff and like messaging me about it. She hasn't like done or said anything interactive yet on the Great Nutrition, but she's in there. She accepted the invite, and I'm going to ask her again if I can introduce her next week because she wasn't quite ready. So, but she's in there and she's looking. So I think that's a win. And she's been a great friend for a long time. And I know she'll see good results for her and her family. So.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Carla.
Okay. So I do have something in every column already this month. So I'm glad for that. So I don't have to go into panic mode. Just me and Terry, we're awesome. But you know, I'm trying to expand my network. So the other day we had some garage guys over that were fixing our garage door, and all my beer, I have 8 cases of beer in my garage. And I was like, hey, I honestly, this is exactly how it happened. I'm like, do either of you guys drink energy drinks? I knew the old guy didn't. I knew the young guy did. And the old guy's like, I don't, he does. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew you did. I said, let me guess, Red Bull, Monster, Bang. Are you like a cheapie? Are you a Bang? Or what, are you a fancy little Red Bull? And he's like, Red Bull. And I'm like, that is unfortunate. And then I went into my spiel and I said, can I give you 2 of these in my card? And he said, yes. And so I do that often, right? But the win is he actually texted me, sucker, I have his information now. And he said he loved it. And I gave him 2 because when you drink Red Bull, you need to drink 2 beers to understand the full taste of it. You know, like the first taste you don't like. So I did give him 2. And but so that's the win, is he actually texted me. And so,
Awesome.
yeah, I have his number.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Woo.
My win is during the shake. When it shake came out, I went through my tree and checked out who had holding volume, and I got one of my very good customers that hold volume. I bought some shake under his account and made him about $300.
I saw that. Well done, man. Nice work. Very cool. Last thing, because I've said last thing a couple times. Thank you guys for sharing that. That's good stuff. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was about, and I'm going to use the analogy. Is Jason still there? Carla? He's gone. All right. Because Jason, well, I was going to use Jason and Todd as the examples, but I want you guys to think about this because obviously there's a lot of women in this industry and there's a lot of women on our team. And the podcast I was listening to isn't something I would normally listen to, but because I want to be better about that, about communicating with the women on the team and the winning mindset of a woman's idea of a winning mindset, it made me, I listened to the podcast. And the thing that said, that struck me in the whole podcast is that if you give an abstract test, and April, if you're, unmute yourself if you're not, because April will know the answer when I say this. If I give an abstract test to a bunch of men, and I give the same test to a bunch of women, and I ask the men, it's not great. Like there's no way to really grade it, right? It's just, how did you do? And if I ask those men how they do, what are they going to say, April? The men.
I'm gonna say great.
See,
did
Todd,
good. I killed it.
Todd, you guys
Nailed it.
Todd? Nailed it, right? So what's going to happen when I ask that same question on that same abstract test to a bunch of women? How are they going to say that they respond?
Oh, I think I did okay. I don't know.
Yep. It's true, right? How many of you women think that that's probably how you would respond to the abstract test? Wave your hand in front of the screen if you think that you would be like, oh, give yourself a B, C. I did pretty good, because you're going to downplay how awesome that you guys are. You really are. You really are. It's an amazing concept to me when I ask you guys how you're doing on something and the inflection of your voice, and I'm going to pick on Terry for a second. So Terry's like, yeah, I did this, but like what you did is more than most people would ever do in this business. All of you. The fact that you're on this call is more than most people will ever do in this business. The fact that you signed somebody else. Leslie, you signed up 3 people in a week. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people in all of Isagenix have ever signed up 3 people in a week? You are a fraction of a percentage of people in all network marketing companies all over that have ever done that. All network marketing companies. I don't care what the network is. I don't care, Shakeology, Isagenix, doesn't matter. So what you did is so much better than what you think you did, because it's outstanding. Really it is. And all of you guys are really doing some really cool stuff. Again, the fact that you're on the call, the fact that you're trying to sign people up, the fact you're making this happen is, I congratulate all of you. And especially the guys, because we killed it. But but that was for you, Todd. But that's the thing I want to tell you guys is just, it amazes, and I want you to think about how great you are when somebody asks you a question, and don't stifle how great you are, right? Think like the typical guy on that one, right? Michelle Gilbert, you hear me? Because Michelle Gilbert's a pretty awesome person, and I don't think she runs around and tells everybody how awesome she is enough. So anyway, all right, you guys, have a fantastic night. Thank you guys so much for being on the call. I really, really appreciate it. And you guys make my night better. Thank you.